Good morning. Here we are. I'll be right there in a second. Here we go. Perfect. In today's video, I've decided to test live the assistant indicator, so we will test it in real time. There are 3 minutes until the opening. Actually, in 2.5 minutes. At the moment, the indicator had given a contrarian short on the DRD 0 test from the bottom. We're getting ready. We're playing with just one lot. Let's see what happens. Just a few more minutes. The wait. The bell. Basically, this indicator, you set it up this way. Essentially, you enter the string right over here, and there's a specific proximity threshold to set to trigger the levels. You can adjust and move the text slightly both diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. And you can choose the text size of the label between normal, latest, etc. Okay, having done that, let's get back to it. Very simple. In a straightforward manner, simply take the string, even without the initial ticker, and effortlessly. It will be inserted there and it automatically processes the string. It's okay if it gives some signals. False. This is inevitable. How can this happen using the strategy? But let's see, I'm curious to see it in real time. I'm already testing it, but I haven't really used it yet. The full price increase, break it. The range, let's see. The indicator has now changed. It has given the breaker of 0 plus HW. The operation was signaled immediately. In real time, it just manages to read those characteristics, of the break under certain conditions, the volume pressure of the GPS indicators. It's guiding us. You see how it's turning green? Let's see increases because, if the level goes up, it means if I remember, they're coming in. So in this break, so the assistant is working correctly. I'm sorry I didn't make the correlation. Let's test this half hour that isn't reacting well, I have to say, the movements to make it react. And it doesn't mention the target sector. I was about to place the order right now. It's just that I know it. I really want to trade. Lately, I'm not really feeling it, so I'm trading a little less. Let's see if I'm dedicating myself more to other things. In short, I'm following a new meditation path. He would have deepened, sell you. I'll be back to trading more actively again. I'm doing it, but just a little, not too much. The processing seems to be going well. In short, the long has been signaled. This, in short, was of interest. Then it's clear you need to adjust. For example, it had already arrived more or less here. You see why the GPS indicator was signaling us? The target reached. And so you could also think about exiting on this SPY. These are just nuances. They were included because it's hard to be able to program it. It's not within my reach. In short, I took on these indicators, I swear, just to help those who use my strategy. In short, all the ones I built were constructed with this logic, with this function. I'm bringing, in short, the use of the strategy. Really, the indicator, if everything is confirmed in short that it's not good, I still want to test it for a few more days. So if they manage this weekend releasing, it's not something that it's supportive, in short, to your idea to help you understand how the strategy is applied. And so it can be useful, obviously, to those who are starting to get familiar with the strategy. Same. This occurs test, dear do, from above. Nice and precise. Where one could easily enter long. So much so that the indicator changed because the previous operation had been assured. No, they've signaled a contrarian long. It's contrarian. Because it has opposing volumes, so it's a contrarian long. So with a risk higher. But it definitely already had. In real time, I went to see it live, it had immediately given 10 to 12 points right away. In short, this is the typical contrarian. In short, a quick bounce from 10 to 20 points, then it depends on the volatility. Maybe now it could also, retest, break into a contrarian. It's a quick bounce that needs to be taken, which at the moment is being verified. Maybe, in the second instance, then it broke. The contrarian is about a quick bounce. That's why it's called contrarian, because we go against the volumes done from that moment. Okay, he continues it. Just to point out, of course, because I didn't give, any stop levels. So in any case, whatever you want. In short, obviously, in short, a stop level could be below the minimum level. Here, even if they are, well, they seem like a lot. But guys, volatility is high. So lately setting a 10-point stop doesn't make sense because, it doesn't take much to really get knocked out. It's not possible to make a precise entry, but it's not always possible to do this, which is why, due to the high volatility we are witnessing, even though it has dropped a little. Now, between yesterday and today, in short, while waiting for the FOMC tonight, Surely it's an element to keep in mind, I count, when trading. Let's see if, in short, he violated some level just to see. The reaction, as you know, happens when the BC3 levels are hit. Here is this here, any little orange you see, that's what is forming. Now, it's wrapped in the pattern in this area zone, so it's forming there. It could also be modified because there's still time, but there don't seem to be any excessive volumes, at least the first candle excessive. So just triggered the wick. Let's see if the contrarian long. If it can break this candle, maybe it potentially spikes up to RD1. That would be nice. Let's see if it manages to break the PC3 level that's forming. So this high here is 780, then 790. It should definitely be able to aim for it again. Here, 815, 820, but also 835 as an acceleration. But obviously it still needs to get through here. But really, we're in a limbo at 815. 50 points, 60 points, very, very few, approximately. If this is a day to frankly just watch because, well, it's a waiting game probably, unless, you know, at any moment some news comes in, some factor. Here it changed because it obviously broke and went to do the retest from below of RD. And so, well, for him, it's a break of 40 low. So this is proposing the short. So the assistant is working well then. Let's see if it goes. So the relationship is that obviously the problem is if the price keeps hovering around, it could well, obviously multiple signals in the sense that if this candle were to close and then the price goes back down, maybe it signals the long and then the price is down. So in these phases, pay attention because the day, I repeat, is what it is and we're describing it. We mentioned it in the morning briefing. There's anticipation for the fund tonight. So that's why I decided not to trade on the side. So I've been a bit fatigued lately. So I prefer not to trade when I'm not at 100%. And by the way, there is this situation of waiting for the FOMC, so we will probably see little price movement. We were saying that at the moment it has given this short that there was the retest from below. So rightly, it has signaled the new condition in real time. And at one point, this also seems to be working. May e-browse. Maybe to make the text appear slightly more to the right. To be honest, the code is already quite large enough. I can't do much more. Let's see. What happens if it moves it? Okay. Alright. I'll try to modify this thing. We're starting to manage it this way. For now, the short has gone. It's been signaled. It has rested on the BC3 levels. In short, in the area of BC3 levels, which also includes HV, we're probably going right there to do a test. The indicator is working well like this. There's the spike. Impression that comes with a blue signal because it has just reached the target. Volumes are increasing in this decline. Now let's do top, another 10 minutes of video, 8 to 10 minutes. Let's see if the indicator gives us any more insights. I'll show you more about how it works. Now we've reached HV, let's see if it signals a test of HV. To get a bit closer, first done by the obstacle. Let's see if he can break through this PC3 level to maybe go and do a new test about this. But in the meantime, we can look at the formation with higher highs and higher lows. This candle might stop here. Try to get close to, and then go and make a new low to extend a low here, since it has started now. In short, a recovery rally from a rebound from BC30 level area. I imagine it could be helpful to have this indicator. Then maybe you can comment below the video. Surely, here we go. Maybe some more substantial, a more substantial entry. The price went to barricade, obviously RDO. On this acceleration, it stopped right at the BC3 level. That repelled this attack. So this will probably also be yesterday's handicap for the day. You know, this. It will probably be the range in which we will wait, which is basically what has been created since yesterday. So after yesterday's drop that we see here, especially well contextualized, you know, in a trading range, that seems pretty clear to me as a weight like that, you know. What do we know it to be? In short, this first part of the day will definitely be, in short, the ending will definitely be more of a crackling bang. Let's see if they can get through. There's been a nice burst, so there could be a break. So, about the PC levels, 3 for naught, maybe in the contest. Yeah, so also in this area around 8, 830, 850. In short, a spike, maybe it will pull back right away, but a spike can definitely happen. How they tried to do this. A downward move could also happen, you know, then an upward one. well, it will probably be the little game. So short and long in this area, at the lower part of the range, with definitely some attempts to break out. So hunting for stops, this will probably be the theme. Down to the bottom. At this point, if the price were to go back, obviously we would have to retest RD0 from above. Signal, it will probably signal us the long. Obviously, this is the short trend. So it was like before, you see. Now, unlike before, there isn't one yet. It didn't signal the contrarian. Still right at the BC3 level. It's a video of about 20 minutes. At the moment, as you know, I don't like to give big calls. The piece that spiked is coming back down. Nothing new is happening at this particular moment. Now it signals around. Here it is. As you can clearly and evidently observe, because there was an interruption of RD0. Indeed, so let's take a brief and necessary break. Laser at 75. Thank you. Let's see if it breaks. I would like to show you. If it breaks, it will touch. It's a knife. So if I keep doing this back and forth, obviously, here it will give you this type of signal. So how did I describe it to you? But then surely you can take advantage of it to understand the logic of what the right reading is, because, up to that point, it signaled all the right things, the right reading, it's the moment. Now, I'm here, the situation. It holds because there's this possibility. Here we have the violation. There was the test. If it holds now, it could take off that bullish push. So what I was saying before, a few more minutes of video. Let's wrap this up. This video, I believe, that is to say, it has been, should be enough to give you a little understanding how this assistant works, which, I repeat, will probably be released this weekend for users. Premium on a Patreon. So it will be an additional tool that I hope can indeed be helpful and useful to everyone. As always, we'll catch up later in the chat. Thanks everyone for your attention. I'm cutting this video here. The day remains that. Happy trading, everyone, and thank you for your attention.